Numbers 21. The king of Arad is defeated. The Canaanite, the king of Arad, who lived in the south, heard tell that Israel came by the way of Atharim, and he fought against Israel, and took some of them captive. Israel vowed a vow to Yahweh, and said, "If you will indeed deliver this people into my hand, then I will utterly destroy their cities." Yahweh listened to the voice of Israel, and delivered up the Canaanites, and they utterly destroyed them and their cities, and the name of the place was called Hormah. The bronze serpent. They journeyed from Mount Hor by the way to the Red Sea, to compass the land of Edom, and the soul of the people was much discouraged because of the way. The people spoke against God and against Moses, "Why have you brought us up out of Egypt to die in the wilderness? For there is no bread, and there is no water, and our soul loathes this light bread." Yahweh sent fiery serpents among the people, and they bit the people, and much people of Israel died. The people came to Moses and said, "We have sinned, because we have spoken against Yahweh and against you. Pray to Yahweh that he take away the serpents from us." Moses prayed for the people. Yahweh said to Moses, "Make you a fiery serpent, and set it on a standard, and it shall happen that everyone who is bitten, when he sees it, shall live." Moses made a serpent of brass, and set it on the standard, and it happened that if a serpent had bitten any man, when he looked to the serpent of brass, he lived. The journeys of the Israelites. The children of Israel journeyed, and encamped in Oboth. They journeyed from Oboth, and encamped at Iye-arim, in the wilderness which is before Moab, toward the sunrise. From there they journeyed, and encamped in the valley of Zered. From there they journeyed, and encamped on the other side of the Arnon, which is in the wilderness that comes out of the border of the Amorites, for the Arnon is the border of Moab, between Moab and the Amorites. Therefore it is said in the book of the wars of Yahweh, Vaheb in Suphah, the valleys of the Arnon. The slope of the valleys that incline toward the dwelling of Ar leans on the border of Moab. From there they journeyed to Beer. That is the well whereof Yahweh said to Moses, "Gather the people together, and I will give them water."
Then sang Israel this song, "Spring up, well, sing you to it. The well which the princes dug, which the nobles of the people dug, with the scepter and with their poles. From the wilderness they journeyed to Mattanah, and from Mattanah to Nahaleel, and from Nahaleel to Bamoth, and from Bamoth to the valley that is in the field of Moab, to the top of Pisgah, which looks down on the desert. The victory over Sihon, king of the Amorites. Israel sent messengers to Sihon, king of the Amorites, saying, "Let me pass through your land. We will not turn aside into field or into vineyard. We will not drink of the water of the wells. We will go by the king's highway until we have passed your border." Sihon would not allow Israel to pass through his border, but Sihon gathered all his people together and went out against Israel into the wilderness, and came to Jahaz, and he fought against Israel. Israel struck him with the edge of the sword, and possessed his land from the Arnon to the Jabbok, even to the children of Ammon, for the border of the children of Ammon was strong. Israel took all these cities, and Israel lived in all the cities of the Amorites, in Heshbon and in all the towns of it. For Heshbon was the city of Sihon, the king of the Amorites, who had fought against the former king of Moab, and taken all his land out of his hand, even to the Arnon. Therefore those who speak in Proverbs say, "Come you to Heshbon, let the city of Sihon be built and established. For a fire is gone out of Heshbon, a flame from the city of Sihon. It has devoured Ar of Moab, the lords of the high places of the Arnon. Woe to you, Moab! You are undone, people of Chemosh. He has given his sons as fugitives, his daughters into captivity, to Sihon, king of the Amorites. We have shot at them. Heshbon is perished even to Dibon. We have laid waste even to Nophah, which reaches to Medeba. The victory over Og, king of Bashan. Thus Israel lived in the land of the Amorites. Moses sent to spy out Jazer, and they took the towns of it, and drove out the Amorites who were there. They turned and went up by the way of Bashan, and Og the king of Bashan went out against them, he and all his people, to battle at Edrei. Yahweh said to Moses, "Don't fear him, for I have delivered him into your hand, and all his people and his land, and you shall do to him as you did to Sihon king of the Amorites, who lived at Heshbon." So they struck him, and his sons and all his people, until there was none left him remaining, and they possessed his land.
Balak sends messengers to Balak. The children of Israel journeyed, and encamped in the plains of Moab beyond the Jordan at Jericho. Balak the son of Zippor saw all that Israel had done to the Amorites. Moab was sore afraid of the people, because they were many, and Moab was distressed because of the children of Israel. Moab said to the elders of Midian, "Now will this multitude lick up all that is round about us, as the ox licks up the grass of the field." Balak the son of Zippor was king of Moab at that time. He sent messengers to Balak the son of Beor, to Pethor, which is by the river, to the land of the children of his people, to call him, saying, "Behold, there is a people come out from Egypt. Behold, they cover the surface of the earth, and they abide over against me. Please come now, therefore curse me this people, for they are too mighty for me. Peradventure I shall prevail, that we may strike them, and that I may drive them out of the land. For I know that he whom you bless is blessed, and he whom you curse is cursed." The elders of Moab and the elders of Midian departed, with the rewards of divination in their hand, and they came to Balak and spoke to him the words of Balak. He said to them, "Lodge here this night, and I will bring you word again, as Yahweh shall speak to me." And the princes of Moab abode with Balak. God came to Balak and said, "What men are these with you?" Balak said to God, "Balak the son of Zippor, king of Moab, has sent to me, saying, Behold, the people that is come out of Egypt, it covers the surface of the earth. Now come, curse me them. Peradventure I shall be able to fight against them, and shall drive them out." God said to Balak, "You shall not go with them, you shall not curse the people, for they are blessed." Balak rose up in the morning, and said to the princes of Balak, "Get you into your land, for Yahweh refuses to give me leave to go with you." The princes of Moab rose up, and they went to Balak, and said, "Balak refuses to come with us." Balak sent yet again princes, more and more honorable than they. They came to Balak and said to him, "Thus says Balak the son of Zippor, Please let nothing hinder you from coming to me, for I will promote you to very great honor, and whatever you say to me I will do. Please come therefore and curse this people for me." Balak answered the servants of Balak, "If Balak would give me his house full of silver and gold, I can't go beyond the word of Yahweh my God, to do less or more. Now therefore please wait also here this night, that I may know what Yahweh will speak to me more." God came to Balak at night and said to him, "If the men are come to call you, rise up, go with them, but only the word which I speak to you, that shall you do." The angel of the Lord in Balak's donkey. Balak rose up in the morning and saddled his donkey and went with the princes of Moab. God's anger was kindled because he went, and the angel of Yahweh placed himself in the way for an adversary against him. Now he was riding on his donkey, and his 2 servants were with him.
The donkey saw the angel of Yahweh standing in the way with his sword drawn in his hand, and the donkey turned aside out of the way and went into the field, and Balaam struck the donkey to turn her into the way. Then the angel of Yahweh stood in a narrow path between the vineyards, a wall being on this side and a wall on that side. The donkey saw the angel of Yahweh, and she thrust herself to the wall and crushed Balaam's foot against the wall, and he struck her again. The angel of Yahweh went further and stood in a narrow place, where was no way to turn either to the right hand or to the left. The donkey saw the angel of Yahweh, and she lay down under Balaam, and Balaam's anger was kindled, and he struck the donkey with his staff. Yahweh opened the mouth of the donkey, and she said to Balaam, "What have I done to you, that you have struck me these 3 times?" Balaam said to the donkey, "Because you have mocked me, I would there were a sword in my hand, for now I had killed you." The donkey said to Balaam, "Am I not your donkey, on which you have ridden all your life long to this day? Was I ever wont to do so to you?" And he said, "No." Then Yahweh opened the eyes of Balaam, and he saw the angel of Yahweh standing in the way with his sword drawn in his hand, and he bowed his head and fell on his face. The angel of Yahweh said to him, "Why have you struck your donkey these 3 times? Behold, I am come forth for an adversary, because your way is perverse before me. And the donkey saw me and turned aside before me these 3 times. Unless she had turned aside from me, surely now I had even slain you and saved her alive." Balaam said to the angel of Yahweh, "I have sinned, for I didn't know that you stood in the way against me. Now therefore, if it displease you, I will get me back again." The angel of Yahweh said to Balaam, "Go with the men, but only the word that I shall speak to you, that you shall speak." So Balaam went with the princes of Balak. Balaam and Balak. When Balak heard that Balaam was come, he went out to meet him to the city of Moab, which is on the border of the Arnon, which is in the utmost part of the border. Balak said to Balaam, "Didn't I earnestly send to you to call you? Why didn't you come to me? Am I not able indeed to promote you to honor?" Balaam said to Balak, "Behold, I have come to you. Have I now any power at all to speak anything? The word that God puts in my mouth, that shall I speak." Balaam went with Balak, and they came to Kiriath Huzoth. Balak sacrificed oxen and sheep, and sent to Balaam and to the princes who were with him. It happened in the morning that Balak took Balaam and brought him up into the high places of Baal, and he saw from there the utmost part of the people.
Balaam blesses Israel the first time. Balaam said to Balak, "Build me here 7 altars, and prepare me here 7 bulls and 7 rams." Balak did as Balaam had spoken, and Balak and Balaam offered on every altar a bull and a ram. Balaam said to Balak, "Stand by your burnt offering, and I will go. Peradventure Yahweh will come to meet me, and whatever he shows me, I will tell you." He went to a bare height. God met Balaam, and he said to him, "I have prepared the 7 altars, and I have offered up a bull and a ram on every altar." Yahweh put a word in Balaam's mouth and said, "Return to Balak, and thus you shall speak." He returned to him, and behold, he was standing by his burnt offering, he and all the princes of Moab. He took up his parable and said, "From Aram has Balak brought me, the king of Moab from the mountains of the east. Come, curse me Jacob. Come, defy Israel. How shall I curse whom God has not cursed? How shall I defy whom Yahweh has not defied? For from the top of the rocks I see him, from the hills I see him. Behold, it is a people that dwells alone, and shall not be reckoned among the nations. Who can count the dust of Jacob, or number the 4th part of Israel? Let me die the death of the righteous. Let my last end be like his." Balak said to Balaam, "What have you done to me? I took you to curse my enemies, and behold, you have blessed them altogether." He answered and said, "Must I not take heed to speak that which Yahweh puts in my mouth?" Balaam blesses Israel the 2nd time. Balaam said to him, "Please come with me to another place, from whence you may see them. You shall see but the utmost part of them, and shall not see them all, and curse me them from there." He took him into the field of Zophim, to the top of Pisgah, and built 7 altars, and offered up a bull and a ram on every altar. He said to Balak, "Stand here by your burnt offering, while I meet Yahweh yonder." Yahweh met Balaam, and put a word in his mouth, and said, "Return to Balak, and thus shall you speak." He came to him, and behold, he was standing by his burnt offering, and the princes of Moab with him. Balak said to him, "What has Yahweh spoken?" He took up his parable and said, "Rise up, Balak, and hear. Listen to me, you son of Zippor. God is not a man that he should lie, neither the son of man that he should repent. Has he said, and will he not do it? Or has he spoken, and will he not make it good? Behold, I have received commandment to bless. He has blessed, and I can't reverse it. He has not seen iniquity in Jacob, neither has he seen perverseness in Israel. Yahweh his God is with him. The shout of a king is among them. God brings them forth out of Egypt. He has, as it were, the strength of the wild ox. Surely there is no enchantment with Jacob, neither is there any divination with Israel. Now shall it be said of Jacob and of Israel, what has God done? Behold, the people rises up as a lioness. As a lion does he lift himself up. He shall not lie down until he eat of the prey, drink the blood of the slain. Balak said to Balaam, Neither curse them at all, nor bless them at all. But Balaam answered Balak, Didn't I tell you, saying all that Yahweh speaks that I must do? Balaam blesses Israel the 3rd time. Balak took Balaam to the top of Peor, that looks down on the desert. Balaam said to Balak, Build me here 7 altars, and prepare me here 7 bulls and 7 rams. Balak did as Balaam had said, and offered up a bull and a ram on every altar.
Balaam foretells Israel's future. When Balaam saw that it pleased Yahweh to bless Israel, he didn't go, as at the other times, to meet with enchantments, but he set his face toward the wilderness. Balaam lifted up his eyes, and he saw Israel dwelling according to their tribes, and the Spirit of God came on him. He took up his parable and said, Balaam the son of Beor says, The man whose eye was closed says, He says who hears the words of God, who sees the vision of the Almighty, falling down and having his eyes open. How goodly are your tents, Jacob, your tents, Israel. As valleys are they spread forth, as gardens by the riverside, as lignolos which Yahweh has planted, as cedar trees beside the waters. Water shall flow from his buckets, his seed shall be in many waters. His king shall be higher than Agag,
his kingdom shall be exalted. God brings him forth out of Egypt. He has as it were the strength of the wild ox. He shall eat up the nations his adversaries, shall break their bones in pieces, smite them through with his arrows. He couched, he lay down as a lion, as a lioness. Who shall rouse him up? Blessed be everyone who blesses you. Cursed be everyone who curses you. Balak's anger was kindled against Balaam, and he struck his hands together. And Balak said to Balaam, I called you to curse my enemies, and behold, you have altogether blessed them these 3 times. Therefore now flee you to your place. I thought to promote you to great honor, but behold, Yahweh has kept you back from honor. Balaam said to Balaam, Didn't I also tell your messengers who you sent to me, saying, If Balak would give me his house full of silver and gold, I can't go beyond the word of Yahweh, to do either good or bad of my own mind. What Yahweh speaks, that will I speak. Now behold, I go to my people. Come, and I will advertise you what this people shall do to your people in the latter days. He took up his parable and said, Balaam the son of Beor says, The man whose eye was closed says, He says who hears the words of God, knows the knowledge of the Most High, who sees the vision of the Almighty, falling down and having his eyes open. I see him, but not now. I see him, but not near. There shall come forth a star out of Jacob. A scepter shall rise out of Israel, shall strike through the corners of Moab, break down all the sons of tumult. Edom shall be a possession. Seir also shall be a possession, who were his enemies, while Israel does valiantly. Out of Jacob shall one have dominion, shall destroy the remnant from the city. He looked at Amalek and took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall come to destruction. He looked at the Kenite and took up his parable and said, Strong is your dwelling place, your nest is set in the rock. Nevertheless, Cain shall be wasted, until Ashur shall carry you away captive. He took up his parable and said, Alas, who shall live when God does this? But ships shall come from the coast of Kittim. They shall afflict Ashur and shall afflict Eber. He also shall come to destruction. Balaam rose up and went and returned to his place, and Balak also went his way.
The Israelites practice idolatry. Israel abode in Shittim, and the people began to play the prostitute with the daughters of Moab, for they called the people to the sacrifices of their gods, and the people ate and bowed down to their gods. Israel joined himself to Baal Peor, and the anger of Yahweh was kindled against Israel. Yahweh said to Moses, Take all the chiefs of the people, and hang them up to Yahweh before the sun, that the fierce anger of Yahweh may turn away from Israel. Moses said to the judges of Israel, Kill you every one his men who have joined themselves to Baal Peor. Behold, one of the children of Israel came and brought to his brothers a Midianite woman, in the sight of Moses, and in the sight of all the congregation of the children of Israel, while they were weeping at the door of the tent of meeting. When Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron the priest, saw it, he rose up from the midst of the congregation, and took a spear in his hand. And he went after the man of Israel into the pavilion, and thrust both of them through, the man of Israel, and the woman through her body. So the plague was stayed from the children of Israel. Those who died by the plague were 24,000. Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron the priest, has turned my wrath away from the children of Israel, in that he was jealous with my jealousy among them, so that I didn't consume the children of Israel in my jealousy. Therefore say, Behold, I give to him my covenant of peace, and it shall be to him and to his seed after him the covenant of an everlasting priesthood, because he was jealous for his God, and made atonement for the children of Israel. Now the name of the man of Israel that was slain, who was slain with the Midianite woman, was Zimri, the son of Salu, a prince of a father's house among the Simeonites. The name of the Midianite woman who was slain was Cosbi, the daughter of Zerah. He was head of the people of a father's house in Midian. Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, Vex the Midianites, and strike them. For they vex you with their wiles, with which they have deceived you in the matter of Peor,
and in the matter of Cosbi, the daughter of the prince of Midian, their sister, who was slain on the day of the plague in the matter of Peor.
The second census of the Israelites. It happened after the plague that Yahweh spoke to Moses and to Eleazar the son of Aaron the priest, saying, "Take the sum of all the congregation of the children of Israel, from 20 years old and upward, by their fathers' houses, all who are able to go forth to war in Israel." Moses and Eleazar the priest spoke with them in the plains of Moab by the Jordan at Jericho, saying, "Take the sum of the people, from 20 years old and upward, as Yahweh commanded Moses and the children of Israel, that came forth out of the land of Egypt. Reuben, the firstborn of Israel, the sons of Reuben, of Hanok, the family of the Hanokites, of Palu, the family of the Paluites, of Hezron, the family of the Hezronites, of Carmi, the family of the Carmites. These are the families of the Reubenites, and those who were numbered of them were 43,730. The sons of Palu, Eliab. The sons of Eliab, Nemuel, and Dathan, and Abiram. These are that Dathan and Abiram, who were called of the congregation, who strove against Moses and against Aaron in the company of Korah, when they strove against Yahweh, and the earth opened its mouth and swallowed them up together with Korah, when that company died, what time the fire devoured 250 men, and they became a sign. Notwithstanding, the sons of Korah didn't die. The sons of Simeon after their families, of Nemuel, the family of the Nemuelites, of Jamin, the family of the Jaminites, of Jachin, the family of the Jachinites, of Zerah, the family of the Zerahites, of Shaul, the family of the Shaulites. These are the families of the Simeonites, 22,200. The sons of Gad after their families, of Zephon, the family of the Zephonites, of Haggi, the family of the Haggites, of Shuni, the family of the Shunites, of Ozni, the family of the Oznites, of Eri, the family of the Erites, of Arod, the family of the Arodites, of Areli, the family of the Areliites. These are the families of the sons of Gad according to those who were numbered of them, 40,500. The sons of Judah, and Onan, and and Onan died in the land of Canaan. The sons of Judah after their families were, of Shelah, the family of the Shalonites, of Perez, the family of the Perizzites, of Zerah, the family of the Zerahites. The sons of Perez were, of Hezron, the family of the Hezronites, of Hamuel, the family of the Hamulites. These are the families of Judah, according to those who were numbered of them, 76,500. The sons of Issachar after their families, of Tola, the family of the Toliites, of Puva, the family of the Punites, of Jashub, the family of the Jashubites, Shimron, the family of the Shimronites. These are the families of Issachar, according to those who were numbered of them, 64,300. The sons of Zebulun after their families, of Sered, the family of the Seredites, of Elon, the family of the Elonites, Jahleel, the family of the Jahleelites. These are the families of the Zebulunites, according to those who were numbered of them, 60,500.
The sons of Joseph after their families, Manasseh and Ephraim. The sons of Manasseh, of Machir, the family of the Machirites, and Machir became the father of Gilead. Of Gilead, the family of the Gileadites. These are the sons of Gilead. Of Iezer, the family of the Iezerites. Of Helek, the family of the Helekites. And of Azriel, the family of the Azrielites. And of Shechem, the family of the Shechemites. And of Shemida, the family of the Shemidites. And of Hepher, the family of the Hepherites. Zelophehad the son of Hepher had no sons, but daughters. And the names of the daughters of Zelophehad were Mahlah and Noah, Hoglah, Milcah, and Tirzah. These are the families of Manasseh, and those who were numbered of them were 52,700. These are the sons of Ephraim after their families, of Shuthelah, the family of the Shuthelites, of Becher, the family of the Becherites, of Tahan, the family of the Tahanites. These are the sons of Shuthelah, of Aaron, the family of the Aaronites. These are the families of the sons of Ephraim according to those who were numbered of them, 32,500. These are the sons of Joseph after their families. The sons of Benjamin after their families, of Bela, the family of the Balites, of Ashbel, the family of the Ashbelites, of Ahiram, the family of the Ahiramites, of Shephupham, the family of the Shuphamites, of Hupham, the family of the Huphamites. The sons of Bela were Ard and Naaman. Of Ard, the family of the Ardites. Of Naaman, the family of Danamites. These are the sons of Benjamin after their families.
and those who were numbered of them were 45,600. These are the sons of Dan after their families. Of Shuham, the family of the Shuhamites. These are the families of Dan after their families. All the families of the Shuhamites, according to those who were numbered of them, were 64,400. The sons of Asher after their families. Of Imnah, the family of the Imnites. Of Ishvi, the family of the Ishvites. Of Berea, the family of the Bereites. Of the sons of Berea. Of Heber, the family of the Heberites. Of Malkiel, the family of the Malkielites. The name of the daughter of Asher was Sarah. These are the families of the sons of Asher according to those who were numbered of them, 53,400. The sons of Naphtali after their families. Of Jachzeel, the family of the Jachzeelites. Of Guni, the family of the Gunites. Of Jezer, the family of the Jezerites. Of Shillem, the family of the Shillemites. These are the families of Naphtali according to their families, and those who were numbered of them were 45,400. These are those who were numbered of the children of Israel, 601,730. Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, "To these the land shall be divided for an inheritance, according to the number of names. To the more you shall give the more inheritance, and to the fewer you shall give the less inheritance. To everyone according to those who were numbered of him shall his inheritance be given. Notwithstanding, the land shall be divided by lot. According to the names of the tribes of their fathers they shall inherit. According to the lot shall their inheritance be divided between the more and the fewer." These are those who were numbered of the Levites after their families. Of Gershon, the family of the Gershonites. Of Kohath, the family of the Kohathites. Of Merari, the family of the Merarites. These are the families of Levi. The family of the Libnites, the family of the Hebronites, the family of the Mahlites, the family of the Mushites, the family of the Korahites. Kohath became the father of Amram. The name of Amram's wife was Jochebed, the daughter of Levi, who was born to Levi in Egypt, and she bore to Amram Aaron and Moses, and Miriam their sister. To Aaron were born Nadab and Abihu, Eleazar and Ithamar. Nadab and Abihu died when they offered strange fire before Yahweh. Those who were numbered of them were 23,000, every male from a month old and upward, for they were not numbered among the children of Israel, because there was no inheritance given them among the children of Israel. These are those who were numbered by Moses and Eleazar the priest, who numbered the children of Israel in the plains of Moab by the Jordan at Jericho. But among these there was not a man of them who were numbered by Moses and Aaron the priest, who numbered the children of Israel in the wilderness of Sinai. For Yahweh had said of them, "They shall surely die in the wilderness." There was not left a man of them save Caleb the son of Jephunneh and Joshua the son of Nun.
The daughters of Zelophehad and the appointment of Joshua. Then drew near the daughters of Zelophehad, the son of Hepher, the son of Gilead, the son of Machir, the son of Manasseh, of the families of Manasseh the son of Joseph. And these are the names of his daughters: Mahlah, Noah, and Hoglah, and Milcah, and Tirzah. They stood before Moses, and before Eleazar the priest, and before the princes and all the congregation, at the door of the tent of meeting, saying, "Our father died in the wilderness, and he was not among the company of those who gathered themselves together against Yahweh in the company of Korah. But he died in his own sin, and he had no sons. Why should the name of our father be taken away from among his family, because he had no son? Give to us a possession among the brothers of our father." Moses brought their cause before Yahweh. Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, "The daughters of Zelophehad speak right. You shall surely give them a possession of an inheritance among their father's brothers, and you shall cause the inheritance of their father to pass to them. You shall speak to the children of Israel, saying, If a man die and have no son, then you shall cause his inheritance to pass to his daughter. If he have no daughter, then you shall give his inheritance to his brothers. If he have no brothers, then you shall give his inheritance to his father's brothers. If his father have no brothers, then you shall give his inheritance to his kinsman who is next to him of his family, and he shall possess it. And it shall be to the children of Israel a statute and ordinance, as Yahweh commanded Moses. Yahweh said to Moses, Get you up into this mountain of Abarim, and see the land which I have given to the children of Israel. When you have seen it, you also shall be gathered to your people, as Aaron your brother was gathered, because you rebelled against my word in the wilderness of Zin, in the strife of the congregation, to sanctify me at the waters before their eyes.
These are the waters of Meribah of Kadesh in the wilderness of Zin. Moses spoke to Yahweh, saying, Let Yahweh, the God of the spirits of all flesh, appoint a man over the congregation, who may go out before them, and who may come in before them, and who may lead them out, and who may bring them in, that the congregation of Yahweh not be as sheep which have no shepherd. Yahweh said to Moses, Take Joshua the son of Nun, a man in whom is the Spirit, and lay your hand on him, and set him before Eleazar the priest, and before all the congregation, and give him a charge in their sight. You shall put of your honor on him, that all the congregation of the children of Israel may obey. He shall stand before Eleazar the priest, who shall inquire for him by the judgment of the Urim before Yahweh. At his word shall they go out, and at his word they shall come in, both he and all the children of Israel with him, even all the congregation. Moses did as Yahweh commanded him, and he took Joshua, and set him before Eleazar the priest, and before all the congregation. And he laid his hands on him, and gave him a charge, as Yahweh spoke by Moses.
The daily offerings, the Sabbath, and the appointed feasts of Israel. Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, Command the children of Israel and tell them, My offering, my food for my offerings made by fire, of a sweet savor to me, shall you observe to offer to me in their due season. You shall tell them, This is the offering made by fire which you shall offer to Yahweh. He lambs a year old without blemish, 2 day by day, for a continual burnt offering. The one lamb shall you offer in the morning, and the other lamb shall you offer at even, and the 10th part of an ephah of fine flour for a meal offering, mingled with the 4th part of a hin of beaten oil. It is a continual burnt offering, which was ordained in Mount Sinai for a sweet savor, an offering made by fire to Yahweh. The drink offering of it shall be the 4th part of a hin for the one lamb. In the holy place shall you pour out a drink offering of strong drink to Yahweh. The other lamb shall you offer at even, as the meal offering of the morning, and as the drink offering of it you shall offer it, an offering made by fire, of a sweet savor to Yahweh. On the Sabbath day 2 he-lambs a year old without blemish, and 2/10 parts of an ephah of fine flour for a meal offering, mingled with oil, and the drink offering of it. This is the burnt offering of every Sabbath, besides the continual burnt offering and the drink offering of it. In the beginnings of your months you shall offer a burnt offering to Yahweh, 2 young bulls and 1 ram, 7 he-lambs a year old without blemish, and 3/10 parts of an ephah of fine flour for a meal offering, mingled with oil for each bull, and 2/10 parts of fine flour for a meal offering mingled with oil for the 1 ram, and a 10th part of fine flour mingled with oil for a meal offering to every lamb, for a burnt offering of a sweet savor, an offering made by fire to Yahweh. Their drink offerings shall be half a hin of wine for a bull, and the 3rd part of a hin for the ram, and the 4th part of a hin for a lamb. This is the burnt offering of every month throughout the months of the year. 1 male goat for a sin offering to Yahweh. It shall be offered besides the continual burnt offering and the drink offering of it. In the 1st month, on the 14th day of the month, is Yahweh's Passover. On the 15th day of this month shall be a feast. 7 days shall unleavened bread be eaten. In the 1st day shall be a holy convocation. You shall do no servile work. But you shall offer an offering made by fire, a burnt offering to Yahweh, 2 young bulls and 1 ram, 7 he-lambs a year old. They shall be to you without blemish. And their meal offering, fine flour mingled with oil, 3/10 parts shall you offer for a bull, and 2/10 parts for the ram. A 10th part shall you offer for every lamb of the 7 lambs, and 1 male goat for a sin offering to make atonement for you. You shall offer these besides the burnt offering of the morning, which is for a continual burnt offering. After this manner you shall offer daily for 7 days, the food of the offering made by fire, of a sweet savor to Yahweh. It shall be offered besides the continual burnt offering and the drink offering of it. On the 7th day you shall have a holy convocation. You shall do no servile work. Also in the day of the firstfruits, when you offer a new meal offering to Yahweh in your feast of weeks, you shall have a holy convocation. You shall do no servile work. But you shall offer a burnt offering for a sweet savor to Yahweh, 2 young bulls, 1 ram, 7 he-lambs a year old, and their meal offering, fine flour mingled with oil, 3/10 parts for each bull, 2/10 parts for the 1 ram, a 10th part for every lamb of the 7 lambs, 1 male goat to make atonement for you. Besides the continual burnt offering and the meal offering of it, you shall offer them. They shall be to you without blemish, and their drink offerings.
The Feast of Trumpets, the Day of Atonement, and the Feast of Tabernacles. In the 7th month, on the 1st day of the month, you shall have a holy convocation. You shall do no servile work. It is a day of blowing of trumpets to you. You shall offer a burnt offering for a sweet savor to Yahweh, 1 young bull, 1 ram, 7 he-lambs a year old without blemish, and their meal offering, fine flour mingled with oil, 3/10 parts for the bull, 2/10 parts for the ram, and 1/10 part for every lamb of the 7 lambs, and 1 male goat for a sin offering, to make atonement for you, besides the burnt offering of the new moon and the meal offering of it, and the continual burnt offering and the meal offering of it, and their drink offerings, according to their ordinance, for a sweet savor, an offering made by fire to Yahweh. On the 10th day of this 7th month, you shall have a holy convocation, and you shall afflict your souls. You shall do no manner of work. But you shall offer a burnt offering to Yahweh for a sweet savor. 1 young bull, 1 ram, 7 he-lambs a year old, they shall be to you without blemish. And their meal offering, fine flour mingled with oil. 3/10 parts for the bull, 2/10 parts for the 1 ram, a 10th part for every lamb of the 7 lambs. 1 male goat for a sin offering. Besides the sin offering of atonement, and the continual burnt offering, and the meal offering of it, and their drink offerings. On the 15th day of the 7th month, you shall have a holy convocation. You shall do no servile work, and you shall keep a feast to Yahweh 7 days. And you shall offer a burnt offering, an offering made by fire of a sweet savor to Yahweh. 13 young bulls, 2 rams, 14 he-lambs a year old, they shall be without blemish. And their meal offering, fine flour mingled with oil. 3/10 parts for every bull of the 13 bulls. 2/10 parts for each ram of the 2 rams, and a 10th part for every lamb of the 14 lambs, and 1 male goat for a sin offering, besides the continual burnt offering, the meal offering of it, and the drink offering of it. On the 2nd day, 12 young bulls, 2 rams, 14 he-lambs a year old without blemish, and their meal offering and their drink offerings for the bulls, for the rams, and for the lambs, according to their number after the ordinance, and 1 male goat for a sin offering, besides the continual burnt offering, and the meal offering of it, and their drink offerings. On the 3rd day, 11 bulls, 2 rams, 14 he-lambs a year old without blemish, and their meal offering and their drink offerings for the bulls, for the rams, and for the lambs, according to their number after the ordinance, and 1 male goat for a sin offering, besides the continual burnt offering, and the meal offering of it, and the drink offering of it. On the 4th day, 10 bulls, 2 rams, 14 he-lambs a year old without blemish, their meal offering and their drink offerings for the bulls, for the rams, and for the lambs, according to their number after the ordinance, and 1 male goat for a sin offering, besides the continual burnt offering, the meal offering of it, and the drink offering of it. On the 5th day, 9 bulls, 2 rams, 14 he-lambs a year old without blemish, and their meal offering and their drink offerings for the bulls, for the rams, and for the lambs, according to their number after the ordinance, and 1 male goat for a sin offering, besides the continual burnt offering, and the meal offering of it, and the drink offering of it. On the 6th day, 8 bulls, 2 rams, 14 he-lambs a year old without blemish, and their meal offering and their drink offerings for the bulls, for the rams, and for the lambs, according to their number after the ordinance, and 1 male goat for a sin offering, besides the continual burnt offering, the meal offering of it, and the drink offering of it. On the 7th day, 7 bulls, 2 rams, 14 he-lambs a year old without blemish, and their meal offering and their drink offerings for the bulls, for the rams, and for the lambs, according to their number after the ordinance, and 1 male goat for a sin offering, besides the continual burnt offering, the meal offering of it, and the drink offering of it. On the 8th day, you shall have a solemn assembly. You shall do no servile work, but you shall offer a burnt offering, an offering made by fire of a sweet savor to Yahweh. 1 bull, 1 ram, 7 he-lambs a year old without blemish. Their meal offering and their drink offerings for the bull, for the ram, and for the lambs shall be according to their number after the ordinance, and 1 male goat for a sin offering, besides the continual burnt offering, and the meal offering of it, and the drink offering of it. These you shall offer to Yahweh in your set feasts, besides your vows and your freewill offerings, for your burnt offerings, and for your meal offerings, and for your drink offerings, and for your peace offerings. Moses told the children of Israel, according to all that Yahweh commanded Moses.
The laws of vows and oaths. Moses spoke to the heads of the tribes of the children of Israel, saying, "This is the thing which Yahweh has commanded. When a man vows a vow to Yahweh, or swears an oath to bind his soul with a bond, he shall not break his word. He shall do according to all that proceeds out of his mouth. Also, when a woman vows a vow to Yahweh, and binds herself by a pledge, being in her father's house, in her youth, and her father hears her vow and her pledge, with which she has bound her soul, and her father says nothing to her, then all her vows shall stand, and every pledge with which she has bound her soul shall stand. But if her father forbids her in the day that he hears,
None of her vows or of her pledges with which she has bound her soul shall stand. Yahweh will forgive her because her father has forbidden her. If she has a husband while her vows are on her, or the rash utterance of her lips with which she has bound her soul, and her husband hears it and says nothing to her in the day that he hears it, then her vows shall stand, and her pledges with which she has bound her soul shall stand. But if her husband forbids her in the day that he hears it, then he makes void her vow which is on her, and the rash utterance of her lips with which she has bound her soul. Yahweh will forgive her. But the vow of a widow or of her who is divorced, everything with which she has bound her soul shall stand against her. If she vowed in her husband's house, or bound her soul by a bond with an oath, and her husband heard it and held his peace of her and didn't disallow her, then all her vows shall stand, and every pledge with which she bound her soul shall stand. But if her husband made them null and void in the day that he heard them, then whatever proceeded out of her lips concerning her vows, or concerning the bond of her soul, shall not stand. Her husband has made them void. Yahweh will forgive her. Every vow and every binding oath to afflict the soul, her husband may establish it, or her husband may make it void. But if her husband says nothing to her from day to day, then he establishes all her vows or all her pledges which are on her. He has established them because he said nothing to her in the day that he heard them. But if he makes them null and void after he has heard them, then he shall bear her iniquity. These are the statutes which Yahweh commanded Moses, between a man and his wife, between a father and his daughter, being in her youth, in her father's house.
And that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and don't forget to activate the bell to receive all notifications of future videos. Tell me in the comments what you thought. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.